Hello friends and welcome back to the another amazing and a brand new video. So guys, in California a major legal and political fight just erupted between the California and the Trump administration. And at the center of it is a simple but the explosive question. Should the truck drivers on American roads be required to speak English well enough to read the signs, understand instructions and communicate in emergencies? California has now sued the Trump administration after the Department of Transportation withheld $33 million in federal safety funding. The reason is the state refused to fully comply with the newly reinstated English proficiency requirements for commercial truck drivers. California calls the decision arbitrary, unlawful, and even dangerous. The administration says the exact opposite, that this rule is about the public safety, plain and simple. So, guys, here is the background of this story. Federal laws has long required the commercial truck drivers to demonstrate basic English proficiency. That rule was loosened for years. But now, earlier this year, the Trump administration reinstated strict enforcement. Since May, more than 9,500 truck drivers nationwide have been taken out of service for failing English language checks. Also, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says this isn't about the politics. It's about making sure drivers can read the road signs, understand law enforcement, and react correctly in the emergencies. And to my perspective, it's also good for the drivers and the public safety if they are able to read the signs and communicate well. So there will be less chances of road accidents as well. Now, California argues it already enforces the rule and claims the funding cut is an abuse of the discretion that could hurt the road safety and the economy. But the administration says audits revealed widespread failures not just in California but across the country. Nearly half of all the truck driving schools were found to be non compliant with the federal standards. Thousands of training providers were removed from the registry, and several states were warned they could lose tons of millions of more if they didn't fix these serious violations. That's a serious issue, guys. And this is where the tension really shows. The Trump administration is framing this as an systemic cleanup, cracking down on what it calls the illegal trucking chain, where unqualified drivers were allowed on the roads under the weak enforcement. And officials argue that the past negligence endanger families and that enforcing English proficiency is a basic safety measure, not the discrimination. And California, however, sees something else entirely. State leaders say the funding threat is coercive, politically motivated, and sets a dangerous precedent where Washington can punish the states over policy disagreements. They argue that pulling safety funds while claiming to protect safety makes no sense. So, guys, what's really going on here? At this core, this isn't just a lawsuit about money, it's a clash over the federal authority, immigrant enforcement, and labor standards and public safety, all rolled into one. It's about whether states can bend the federal rules without the consequences and whether the federal government can force compliance by holding funding hostage. What do you think on this? Let me know in the comments, guys. Supporters of the crackdown says the issue is obvious. If you are operating an 80,000 pound vehicle on the public roads, you should understand English well enough to read the signs and communicate in emergencies. While critics warn that the enforcement could be even disruptive and politically weaponized. This case is now headed for the courts, and the outcome could reshape how commercial driving rules are enforced nationwide, because this fight isn't just about California truckers, it's about who sets the rules, who enforces them, and what safety first really mean in America. So, guys, thank you so much for joining today and being with me till the end. If you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for such amazing breakdowns. Thank you.